2020. We were so naive. It was supposed to be my year, but it was a cold, dark waste of time for everybody. The human race developed this awful tunnel vision, but the light at the end was a lie. Just more pain, just more sorrow. But I heard some great music, so let's talk about that instead.
As you saw from the title of the video, I'm going to be telling you the best songs I heard this year, but I couldn't just whip up a list, I had to have some rules first, so the rules are as follows. First off, no repeat artists, or else the entire list would just be Gorillaz and Tyler the Creator. Each song is from one artist each, but there are some repeat features. Second rule is that I had to have heard all of it this year, so it can't be a song I gained appreciation for, like Can't Stop or the entire Kids See Ghosts album. Also, if I heard a snippet of a year ago in a movie, I can still put it in my list because I heard all of it this year, you jerk. Last rule is that this is my opinion. I'm not going to hold back. It's my raw opinion. Sometimes my opinion is wrong. But Julian, opinions can't be wrong. Wrong. Opinions can be wrong. If I ask you, oh, what's your favorite animal? And you tell me Kingpin. That's wrong. It's an incorrect opinion. It's not valid. Similarly, if I ask you for your favorite Kanye West album, and you tell me it's Jesus is King, you're wrong there too. Haha, got him. Hey, it's me, Juju B, and there is a link in the description for the Spotify playlist with all the songs that I'm about to talk about right now. But if you're going in blind, then without further ado, here are the top 40 songs that I heard in 2020. Here's the list. Here's the list. The playlist link is in the description. And let's get right into the video starting at number 40. That upbeat violin introduction, along with the braggadocious lyrics, makes Bubblin a bombastic joyride of a song. With Lithuania, the listener receives the best of both worlds from the unlikely duo of Travis Scott and Big Sean. You get the in-your-face delivery with that spacey instrumental. Travis Scott's feature in Dark Knight demo is below average, but Trippie Redd picks up his slack with those screechy vocals that are super satisfying to hear. Burn the Hoods has an intense beat, and it complements Ski Mask's nearly incoherent rapping style, and it makes the short and sweet song have an in-your-face message. I mean, it's literally called Burn the Hoods. Look at the music video! Mulatto wastes no time on this track. The beat is simplistic but fire, and it's one of the best on the list. The 21 Savage feature perfectly completes this fierce trap banger. Right out of the gate, My Chemical Romance sings some cliche but powerful lyrics, which set the scene for this angsty teen rock song that just radiates with early 2000s energy. Frank Ocean's delivery of the existential chorus sets the tone for this larger-than-life rap song with some of the best bars Kanye has ever spit. I mean, that tattoo lyric?
Shepherd, 2 tattoos, 1 red, no apologies. The other said love is cursed by monogamy.
Mwah! The lyrics are poetry. It's hard to tell if Whistle for the Choir is a sad song or a happy one, but either way, the melancholy guitar strums elevate the personal lyrics into one of the catchiest songs I've ever heard. Also, it was in my favorite show Community, and that's how I discovered it, therefore it is automatically fantastic. What's the next song? Gorilla? By Bruno Mars. It's by Bruno Mars. Why would I need to explain to you why it's good? Unbelievable. Kissing Strangers is pure pop euphoria. Joe Jonas, aka the best Jonas brother, brings the song to life with his falsetto singing, and Nicki Minaj fits this song like a glove. And no, I'm not talking about isotonas. The Joji track, Ew, is the crown jewel of his most recent album. The somber piano complements his echoey voice, and it all culminates into a beautiful chorus. This track is the perfect blend of funk, soul, and hip-hop music. I mean, the vibrant singing kind of offset the scandalous tone, but Megan Thee Stallion picks it right back up with her feature, with her raunchy, upfront bars. Dadbod is hands down the best song off of Logic's retirement album, and for good reason. It blends together the most chill hip-hop beat I've ever heard with genius lyrics from Logic about his current fan base and critics. It's the perfect display for Logic's sophistication and his humor. This was probably the hardest decision I had to make on the entire list, putting Welcome to Chili's at number 27. Young Gravy and Baby No Money will always have a special place in my heart because, you know, I've been listening to them for so long. They're responsible for my favorite EP of all time, Baby Gravy, and this year they came out with a sequel to that EP, appropriately named Baby Gravy 2. They released it as a full album, and it was full of bangers. But if I had to pick one favorite, I'd give it to Welcome to Chili's. That flamenco guitar and the trumpets just provide that great background for the duo to work their magic. Young Gravy and Baby No Money go verse for verse with amazing flows and great melodies, and sometimes even hilarious verses too. Young Gravy's case, I mean, when he was going off about that Jeff Bezos thing, it's a callback to a previous song. You have to be cool, you have to be a fan to get it. I'm cool, I get it. You're not cool, you're not a fan, you don't get it. It's hilarious. Cochise is the beacon of hope for Playboi Carti fans everywhere. His baby voice style over that mesmerizing synth beat is a love letter to fans of the baby voice subgenre of hip-hop. While Knob's verse isn't fantastic, Don Toliver's performance is too good for Recap not to be this high on the list. The singer's enchanting melodies get better with each listen. One of the catchiest songs of the year from an impressive album, Limbo. Aminé's non-stop delivery of unapologetic bars is only made more righteous by the satisfying flow of the hook. The hook, my guy. If the song was only the hook, it would still be this high on the list. I also found the song Come Sail Away through my favorite show, Community. So you know what that means. It's automatically fantastic.
Come sail away.
Numb Numb Juice is the highlight of the Crash Talk album by Schoolboy Q, easily. He switches up the flow over and over, and each switch up is better than the last, and the intro beat drop is the best beat drop I've ever heard in a hip-hop song. We're entering top 20 territory, and the song Only Human starts a trend for the rest of the list. That trend being more mainstream pop songs showing up on the list. And I know a couple music elitists, and when they even see the name The Jonas Brothers, they throw up in their mouths, which is weird considering they have Joe Jonas, the best Jonas brother. I told you I'd circle back to that. Anyway, the point being, if you music elitists out there stop listening to Earl Sweatshirt's entire discography for the 5th time and actually listen to the songs that I'm listing, maybe you'll be more open-minded, alright? Like me. The moral of the story, be more like me, alright? Where was I? Oh yeah, Only Human. The vocals and the instrumental fight for the spotlight, but they only end up complementing each other even more. The song is fun to drive to, it's fun to sing to, it's fun to dance to. The song is fun. The entire Cool Tapes Volume 3 album is amazing, but Cabin Fever is a high note in Jaden's discography. Literally, I mean, the song is a bubblegum pop ballad. The funky aesthetics make it a must-listen. The ominous introduction to Blinding Lights is followed by those hard-hitting percussive instruments and topped off by those 80s era synths that are just beautiful to listen to. And all of that catapults this track high onto this list, along with The Weeknd's angelic voice. But seeing as After Hours, The Weeknd's album from this year, got no Grammy nominations, I'm going to be spending my Thanksgiving burning the Grammys headquarters to the ground. Backseat Freestyle is a power trip of a song and mixes a gnarly beat with vivid and descriptive lyrics. Kendrick Lamar flip-flops between flows and voices seamlessly and delivers one of the most iconic hooks in hip-hop history, despite the hook being 50% the dumbest lyrics I've ever heard and 50% magic spell from Wizards of Waverly Place.
All my life I want money if I respect my mind or die from less shout.
We need electricity and a lot. Give me 1.41 gigawatts.
The splendid melody at the beginning of Might Be Right lays down the groundwork for the rest of the song. The best songs on this list give you time to enjoy the instrumental, and this is one of them. The mini guitar solos in between choruses are perfectly done, and the chorus itself is perfected by that funkadelic bass in the background. Some to Prove is one of those songs that are just a banger on the surface, but end up being much more than that. The beat is great, but the lyrics are the gift that keeps on giving, especially on that first verse. Lil Baby just goes bar after bar with a pompous attitude and a distinct flow. While the intro sequence and breaks between verses in Garden Shed may be off-putting for casual listeners, it does not detract from the beauty of the chorus and the sincerity of the last leg of the track. Tyler the Creator drops emotional bars over grandiose and captivating strings, and to top it all off, this is Tyler the Creator's coming out song. He's coming out of the closet, or in his case, the garden shed. So sad. The vocal performances on Maria I'm Drunk make it a highlight on Travis Scott's Rodeo album. I admit this is the weirdest matchup on the list with Travis Scott, Justin Bieber, and Young Thug, but they all step up to the plate and knock it out of the park. Justin Bieber's section starts off kinda weak, but he staves himself with his romantic vibrato. Young Thug dishes out the best ad-libs I've heard all year, and that pitched bass in the background throughout the entire song never gets old. Call your friends and let's bow, 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 bow. Sweatpants by Childish Gambino is only this high on the list because of that onomatopoeia lyric. You know the one I'm talking about if you've heard the song. And if everybody in the world heard the onomatopoeia lyric, the world would be a better place. From Lil Mosey's unique voice to the dreamy beats, it's hard to tell what makes Blueberry Faygo an instant classic, but it's probably the creative use of counting in the hook. When he goes, 1, bad beat, yeah, do what I say so. 2, big 40s in a big ass Draco. 3, more millions, ask how my day go. Put up a 4, that's Blueberry Faygo. At the top of the top 10, we have Si Veo a Tu Mama by Bad Bunny, and here he utilizes sensational auto-tune vocals over a minimalist beat that actually kind of remind me of something off of the Baby Gravy EP I talked about earlier. Except if Young Gravy made the song, he would do a lot more than just see her mom or veil her. He would have sex with her. Just listen to his music, he would have... Each instrument in November Rain plays a simple melody, and it all blends together into a perfectly orchestrated piece of music. That first guitar solo is the best I've ever heard in any song, and that beat switch near the 7-minute mark, I don't know what else to call it, it's a beat switch, and it's heavenly. I started skating last summer because I love the punk rock music associated with the sport, and Punching Goodbye Out Front is the musical embodiment of the hobby. Kinski dishes out powerful guitar riffs one after another, accompanied by epic drum sequences. The vocals kind of take a backseat to the chemistry between the guitar and the drums, and they just deliver pure musical mayhem. Tame Impala graces this godforsaken planet with a psychedelic banger! This is hands down Juju B's dance track of the year. The simple piano melodies and guitar kind of act as a backdrop for Tame Impala's voice, but it comes back with a vengeance on the chorus. That bellowing bass line with the addictive, repetitive melody in the background, just makes you want to get up and dance. We all know that Donald Glover can do no wrong, but this year he came dangerously close. His most recent musical project was single-handedly saved by the song 1238 featuring 21 Savage, so I'm counting it as a 21 Savage song and not a Gambino song, because if I counted it as a regular Gambino song, then there would be 2 Gambino songs on this list, which is against my rules. Bad album or not, Childish Gambino is the star of the song with his falsetto singing and rapping over an unorthodox beat, and the 21 Savage feature couldn't have been done better. Jessie, however you pronounce her last name, has an alright singing voice over simple guitar strums in this song. But it's the simplicity of the song that makes it captivating. By the second chorus, the listener is already singing along to the dark lyrics about a messed up relationship. Hold on, someone's knocking on my door. Hold on, let me... Come in! Hey, it's me, Julian McCooler, Peep the Sunglasses. What were you just talking about? A pop song about a two-way abusive relationship? You were? Hurry! Change the song before Eminem finds it! It's too late for that, Julian McCooler. He already has like a 2-minute feature on this song. You should have came here earlier. 2 minutes? Damn it! Sorry, bro! Jokes aside, though, the Eminem feature does start off a little rough because he does that thing where he's trying to sing, but he's not really singing. I don't really want to fight. I just want to spend the night. But he picks it back up, per usual, with his creative flow and wordplay. I thought it was you my world revolved around. I should aim a revolver round at you. So good. So what Clairo did here is she compiled all the emotions you associate with a nighttime drive. You know, the ones right after a big family function, you're driving back home and your ears are still numb from all the loud music that was playing, and you're awake because of all the drinking and dancing you were doing, but you're also very tired because it's very late. Yeah, she takes all the emotions associated with that drive right there, she puts it into a computer that spits out instrumentals based on some complex alien algorithm, right? She puts all the emotions in there, and the computer spits out the instrumental for Pretty Girl. And if you're a loser, you'll love the song. If you're cool, you'll love the song. And if you're a human being, you'll love Pretty Girl by Clairo. What's to say about Watermelon Sugar that hasn't already been said? Harry Styles' mesmerizing voice and vocal performance is so good that if you live under a rock and you haven't heard Watermelon Sugar yet, then I dare you to listen to it for the first time and not want to instantaneously listen to it over again. It's a perfectly perfect song on a perfectly perfect album, nuff said. The genre-fusing British band Gorillaz brings us a rock song played by funky instruments and sung by British rapper Slow Thigh. But in typical Gorillaz fashion, it's the blending of all these musical techniques that makes the song so complete. Slow Thigh's delivery just complements the musical stylings of the band Slaves, and every aspect of the chorus just adds to that symphony of chaos. The repetitive clash of the cymbals after every line, the scratchy alternating guitar riffs, and that steady kick drum make one hell of a composition. It just sounds like a choreographed bar fight, orchestrated anarchy, a perfectly flawed, organized mess. I know I've said the word perfect a lot in this video, but I'm gonna say it one more time. Selfless by The Strokes is perfect, and for this I'm gonna need to read directly off my script for this video. I listened to a lot of songs by The Strokes this year. The Adults Are Talking, Reptilla, and You Only Live Once would all make it on this list if it weren't for my rules. But out of all the songs I heard this year, Selfless takes the cake. The simple melody in the beginning fades in and out throughout the song like a reoccurring dream. The instrumental and vocals perfectly balance each other out and fit together like pieces of a beautiful puzzle. The lyrics are as well done as the music. The vague descriptions of being infatuated with someone can apply to anyone who hears the song. Its appeal is universal, and yet it feels like it comes from a very personal place in the singer's life. When Julian Casablancas, the lead singer of The Stroke with an amazing first name, sings his lyrics, they seem magical because of their relatability and their interstellar instrumentation that accompanies it. As much as I'd love for you to hear every song on this list, I recommend Selfless by The Strokes the most. Whoa, wait a minute. You watched my video. Despite all the corny jokes, the inconsistent lighting, the inconsistent camera angles, you watched my video. For that, I say thank you. Happy holidays if you're watching this video when it comes out, and happy Easter if you're watching it. When's Easter? How do I not know when Easter is?